When most people think of what a family looks like, you think of a mom, a dad that are happily married, a few kids living in the perfect home with a pet and a white picket fence. But this is the real world, and not all families are from a movie. My parents got divorced when I was 5, and being that young, I did not understand what was really going on, other than my dad was leaving and would not be around as often. I remember always being told it was okay to be sad about it and to understand it was not my fault or my sister's. As I've grown up, I've come to realize that the divorce did not only affect me and my sister, it affected my mom just as much. My mom lost her husband, and her little girls lost their father. That is when she had to become both mom and dad. My mom was both mom and dad by being supportive of what my sister and I did, making tough choices all while providing for us, and by dividing up her time to always be there for my sister and me. When it came to my older sister in sports, my mom was always there to cheer her on, to make sure that my sister had the support she needed, not caring if it had to come from a female figure. My sister and I have done many things. We both did dance, I did choir, my sister did backstage for school plays. My mom is always by our side. With about 80% of children placed primarily in the physical custody of their biological mother, leaves the mother with the conflict of having to be both mother and father. My mom was both mom and dad by being supportive of what my sister and I did. Right after the divorce, we moved to Connecticut, and that was a tough choice for my mom, but it was what was best for us. My mom has only one income, which is a struggle for a family of 3 living in Connecticut, an expensive state. But Connecticut is where her family is and where there was a good education. My mother has had to provide for me, my sister, and herself all on her own. Just because she did not have a man to help her with an income, it never stopped her. She even put us in Catholic school, we played instruments, and none of those things were cheap. My mom was both a mom and dad by having to make tough choices that affected all of us, all while providing for us. My mother had to take care of my sister, me, herself, the house, and she had to cook, she had to clean, and she had to work 9 to 5. She always did her best to cook at home, but having to be mom and dad, she didn't always have the time, with my dance class and my sister's basketball practice. She got us a babysitter, but we were unhappy and it was just too expensive. Then she put us in an after-school program, which really helped my mom. With the support of the after-school program, she would do her best to go to all of my sister's games and all of my performances. My mother has had to be both mom and dad by learning how to divide up her time to support my sister and me. My mom is both a mother and a father by her independent and strong personality. 1.5 million children in the U.S. whose parents divorce every year feel as if their worlds are falling apart. She's independent because she's both mom and dad on her own. She is strong because she always made sure the divorce did not affect my sister and me in any negative way. In the beginning, the transition from being married to divorce was hard on all of us, but my mom made sure, as we were growing up, if we weren't seeing our father at the time, she would be the best mom and dad she could be.